Hello, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name is Kirsty and this is the Happy Birthday Capricorn Solar Return Aura reading, which is a little bit of a mouthful. Uh, Thankfully it's actually easier to do than it is to say. This is a tarot reading, but it's based on the premise of an astrology solar return chart. So when the sun reaches the place that you were born each year, your birthday essentially, astrologers can cast a chart that tells you about the coming year, so birthday to birthday. So what I want to do with this spread, this is actually a spread, this is the aura spread that I inherited from my teacher at the London School of Astrology, who she inherited from her teacher a very long time ago, I'm told, but I wouldn't like to say how many years. So this is actually quite an old spread. It's not one of my own making, and it actually forms a pentagram. But what the spread actually does is it looks at the overview of your energy through the different planets. So we've got the Sun, which is your ego, what's been highlighted, Mars, where you're putting your energy, Mercury, what you're thinking about, etc. So I'll talk you through it as we go through, but it was just to give you an overview really of your year coming up. And so just a couple of things then. So the new moon and the full moon in Capricorn this year. So these will be a little bit more personal to you. So the full moon is on the 30th of December 2020, and that's at 8 degrees 53 minutes of Capricorn. So if you know your astrology chart and your sun is around about there, then you will be having a full moon in your solar return chart. And years where you have a full moon in your solar return chart doesn't happen very often. So these are generally years where you experience a large culmination point or an ending. If you listen to the full moon in Cancer reading that I've loaded onto YouTube, there's a little bit more information in that, and that reading probably would be quite relevant to you. The other lunation is the new moon. So when you have a new moon in your solar return chart, that spells a year of new beginnings. So there'll be an area of your life which will be dictated by your natal astrology where you'll be experiencing quite a large new start, fresh beginning. So the new moon this year in Capricorn is at 23 degrees and 23 degrees and 13 minutes of Capricorn. So if your sun is around there, within a degree or so of either side, then you will be experiencing this new moon in your solar return chart. So the dates for that equates to a date of between the 12th and the 14th of January. If I didn't mention the date for the full moon, it equates to a birthday of between the 29th and the 31st of December. So let's get on with this reading then. So we're going to start with the tarot, and we'll pull 16 cards. So it is actually quite a big reading, so sit down and grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or a gin, depending how your day is going and obviously how close to your birthday is. Right, let's have a look. So solar return chart for Capricorn 2021 to 2022. That is scary, isn't it? Okay. So, see what we've got. This is if you're a bit of a deck magpie like I am, a deck collector, this is the Crystal Visions tarot deck. That music, make sure I've got them up the right way. Okay, so first up we've got what's in the sun. So what we're conscious of is the Five of Swords. Moon, The Fool. Got some kind of new beginning, new fresh start coming in. What was I saying about this new moon? Okay, guys, so if your birthday is the 12th to the 14th of January, pay particular attention. In the Mars, where you're going to be putting your energies, the King of Cups. The Mercury position, what you're going to be thinking about, where your mind's going to be working. Eight of Swords. This talks about an energy of mentally feeling stuck. You're not stuck, but that's how you think you are, and you're feeling a little bit trapped. But we'll get more cards, so don't panic. Jupiter, so how the year's going to expand is through the Five of Pentacles. Okay. And Venus position, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So this is talking about valuing independence, material freedom, being your own boss, doing your own thing. Then in the Saturn, so the culmination, we've got Two of Cups. Nice. Right, we are going round again, so don't get too don't get too excited. But the Two of Cups. Sorry, we're just coming out of 2020. I think we've all got limited expectations, haven't we? The Two of Cups talks about connecting, an emotional connection to something or someone that mirrors you wonderfully and feels really comfortable and kind of a really good match for you. As I say, this could be a person, or it could be a thing, project, some kind of endeavour. So that's a nice card. Okay. So let's go round again. So the Five of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. Ace of Pentacles talks about a new opportunity. So there's something material coming in, some new kind of start. In the Moon position, we've got the Moon. Okay. So this talks about moving forward on your wits, basically. And she's got... one's a friendly dog and the other one's a bit of a wolf, and the Moon card talks about moving forward on your wits, listening to, which of these voices do you listen to? Do you listen to the friendly dog, or do you listen to the rabid wolf? And that is with the Fool card. So whatever's coming in, you've got two majors. So this is a leap of faith, a fresh new beginning, and the Moon card, navigating on your wits. So I think that's fairly kind of clear. This is pretty stunning. Wow, I'd be really excited, but I guess it depends. I'd be so excited about that, but that's just me. Hey. Right, where are we going next? So we've done something going up to Mars. So to clarify this King of Cups, we've got a Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a beautiful energy. It talks about connections to our things that we loved in our childhood. It's sort of soulmate connection. That is a really beautiful, it's heart chakra energy, so it's like really emotionally balanced and really beautiful. And that is with the, I'm just about to drop those cards. That's with the King of Cups. So you're going to be putting your energies and your action into a beautiful, sort of mature, emotional alignment with something that just feels like you've kind of known it forever, known it since childhood. You could be, I guess this could manifest, obviously with everybody it's going to be different, but this could manifest with, for the romantics out there, this could be some kind of reconnecting with a King of Cups from your past. You never know, do you? That's what I love about New Year's. New Year, new start, you never quite know. Right, I'm getting distracted. I should be just putting the cards out, really, shouldn't I? I'm just chatting as I go around. Right, so where did we get to? So we've done the Sun, Moon, Mars, so Mercury. This Eight of Swords, what we're doing. Oh, nice, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune talks about things going in your favour. Talks about divine timing, talks about up leveling, up shifting. So there may be something mentally, you know, you may be feeling, because these are kind of two polar opposite energies really. You've got one that's movement and moving, and the other one where you feel mentally stuck. So this could be mentally, obviously this could be either mentally thinking that you're stuck and being frustrated about this, you know, thinking this Wheel of Fortune isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing, this Wheel of Fortune isn't coming in, and feeling stuck. Or it could be mentally moving forward and moving on out of this Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. But I would expect really to see the Six of Swords there if that was the case, which is the card of kind of moving along. But anyway, we'll carry on, we'll have a look, see what happens. Okay, so sorry, I keep hitting this camera. So in the Jupiter position, we had the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Guys, okay. So, oh, I'm so sorry. This is talking about, so we've got two fives here, and the fives are movement. Fives talk about moving from a kind of a stable, steady environment of the four up to the balanced energy of the six. So the five is kind of being on the back foot. The Five of Pentacles talks about material resources and having a lack, thinking that you don't have, or not having enough of what you think you need. And the Five of Wands talks about conflict, but this is more energetic conflict. It's not the sort of the Five of Swords energy, which, did we see this? Oh, we saw this up here, up the top. So the Five of Swords is quite a wounding energy. The Five of Wands is maybe more kind of conflicting ideas, conflicting opinions. So it's not quite as wounding as the Five of Swords. Okay, so where did we go? So that's interesting. So the expansion, as you're sort of expanding through this new beginning, and you know, you're kind of navigating on your wits, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna sort of take all of your resources and a lot of your kind of energy. I think it's not going to be an easy expansion looking at that energy, but I mean, look at what you get at the end of it. You're getting Two of Cups. You're getting Two of Cups, dude. That's worth it, isn't it? Surely. Okay, right. Venus, Nine of Pentacles. That is beautiful up in the Venus position. That talks about, you know, valuing your own, sorry, my brain's just gone totally blank. So Nine of Pentacles talks about being a self-made person, you know, being totally autonomous, being your own boss. You know, you've got everything that you need and you've kind of done it all yourself, and it's in the Venus position. So Venus reflects what you value. It could also be money, but we've got some issue here with the Five of Pentacles. So it may be that, wow, okay, so okay, so to go with the Nine of Pentacles, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is, so that at the Nine of Pentacles, you are sort of totally self-sufficient. At the 10, this is kind of, what's the word, legacy. This is legacy wealth. At the 9, you have everything that you possibly need with regards to wealth and material possessions. At the 10, you're at a point where you have extra to give to other people, to descendants, or to something that would set you up. This is long-term wealth and resources, material resources. So Okay, oh, we need to pull one. Okay, so the final card then is the Two of Cups. And that is the Ace of Wands. Oh, that's really exciting. So the Ace of Wands is like a spark of interest. It's a new creative beginning. It's here with this, oops, excuse me. It's here with this Two of Cups. So this could be a new fancy, a new sort of kind of sexual, emotional, romantic connection, or it's something that is just creatively, if it's a project or something, there is basically something that is going to grab your attention, and it's going to be emotionally a really good fit for you. It may be a person, maybe a project, it could be anything, but it's the feeling here more that we're interested in. Okay guys, so let's do a little bit of a recap. So I think what's coming in straight off, so in the position of the Sun, what we're kind of aware of this year is it looks like there's going to be some kind of new opportunity, something kind of tangible that's coming in. It could be an opportunity, could be a job, or it could be a small a windfall, or that there's something that it's the beginning of something tangible. And I think looking at your Venus, what you're valuing, I think you're going to be looking at growing this. Whatever this new start is, this new beginning is, you're really going to value and be kind of putting your emotional energy into growing whatever this is. It's going to cause a little bit of conflict. And this is, so the Five of Swords talks about winning, but it's kind of winning at a cost. I mean, if you look at her, she's kind of got all the swords, but she's got a couple in her back. So this Ace of Pentacles that comes along, I mean, if it is a job or something, you know, you might have had to tread on a few people, or, you know, to get to where you want to go, or you know, or maybe, you know, people have done some awful things to you. But yeah, you're kind of channeling this. It's very much about the resources, which, I mean, looking at this, it's how Capricornian of you. wanting to build something and create something sort of solid and lasting, and, you know, that's very sort of Capricornian. So that's what we're sort of consciously aware of. Coming in, we've got this, again, this new start, this leap of faith, and this kind of, this moon energy. Again, I'll refer you to the moon readings. I mean, keep an eye on what the moons are doing this year. But this does talk about sort of kind of moving forward on your wits and on your instincts. So I guess this kind of goes in, this leap of faith, this new beginning kind of ties back into this Ace of Pentacles. So there's something new that you're going to be working on, but moving forward in it is going to kind of take all your wits and your energy, because looking here at in the Jupiter position, how it expands, this is talking about kind of conflict and feeling, you know, maybe as if you're not good enough, feeling left out in the cold. But if, for example, this is a new job, you know, you may be in an environment where you're having to compete and kind of prove your worth. So if this is like an apprenticeship, or, you know, something, you know, you might be in an environment where you're having to really compete with people to progress this and to get up to this sort of Nine of Pentacles. So, I mean, mentally, it's probably, I can't quite get a read on this. So in the Mercury area, it's talking about feeling trapped. But if you look at her, she's blindfolded, and she's you know, she's kind of bound and feeling, this is sort of mentally feeling stuck. But if she was to pull off the blindfold, she'd see that she can't. There will be some way to free herself from this. So the Eight of Swords talks about if you're in a position that you can't totally get out of, just do what you can. There's got to be something that you can, you know, even if you can just kind of loosen the rope a little bit, or just saw on the wrist a little bit, you know, something. So you might be mentally feeling trapped and looking for a way to improve the situation, or you may feel that, you know, things maybe aren't going, things aren't sort of going in your favour quick enough, or everything's happening but it's divine timing, and, you know, the universe can often have different ideas of timing to us, so what we think won't take very long can actually take forever. So there's a kind of a feeling a bit stuck here and waiting for the wheel to turn. But just do what you can in this situation. Do what you can, and there's always something we can do. Right. Okay. So that's the Mercury. So I'm interested in the Mars position. So we've got the Mars. So what you're actually putting your energy into is the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. So this if this is still in the area with where the Pentacles are, so a job, then this is kind of putting your effort into something that is really emotionally fulfilling, possibly. But I'm not really all about the love readings. I don't automatically go to love readings. So when that kind of comes through for me, then I'll have to kind of say it. But so this could be very much about putting your energy into a connection with somebody who is emotionally very stable, emotionally very mature. It could be someone, because of this Six of Cup energy, it could be someone that you've known for a long time, someone that you knew from your childhood, or somebody that you're reconnecting with. If this isn't actually a person, for some of you, it could be a person. For others of you, this could be talking about developing emotional maturity, because you're sort of connecting with something that's really sort of opening your heart chakra and, you know, emotionally making you feel very balanced. This then helps you to recover and recuperate, because I guess dealing with this sort of energy, this, you know, not feeling good enough and conflict and all of that, that's going to take a bit of a toll on your emotional health. So it could be that, you know, maybe you're putting a lot of your exertion, and you're actually exerting your energy possibly into more spiritual pursuits to sort of look after yourself emotionally, while you've got this conflict here and this sort of feeling of mentally being stuck and waiting for things to change. So it could be that as well. So if it's not a person, this is you doing what you can to centre and rebalance yourself emotionally. So the good news is that in the Saturn position, which is basically the outcome of the year, we've got the Two of Cups, which is a connection, as I said earlier, to something that emotionally is an absolute mirror for you. It's something that, if this is a person, it's just someone that totally gets you, you know. And we've got the Ace of Wands here. So the good news with this is that we've had this 5 back here with the conflict. So if we've got a 1 coming in, that means that whatever this conflict was in the Jupiter position, the way that we're expanding is through this sort of competition and conflict. By the end of the year, that energy will be over, and you'll be on to a new start. Something new cycles kind of restarting again. So this energy, this won't last the whole year. This is something that you'll work through, and as I say, this is what you're working towards. This is absolutely beautiful energy. So it's a new start in something that's creative, something that inspires you, something that really kind of floats your boat, for want of a better word. And emotionally, it's very fulfilling. So, big year, guys. It's probably going to be a little bit nerve-wracking moving forward. You know, you're really going to have to rely on your own intuition. And with, you've got the King of Cups here and you've got the Moon, so you're really going to have to kind of dig deep and go within. Because it's going to be a little bit kind of bumpy, a lot of hard work kind of getting through, but I think the rewards at the end is something that's emotionally really fulfilling, really exciting, and you know, at the end of the day, you're trying to build for long term. It's all in the pursuit of being, you know, totally autonomous, your own person, and setting up the foundation for a really great future. So happy birthday, guys. Obviously this is a general reading, so it won't resonate with everybody, but for those of you that do, I hope you managed to get something out of it. I hope 2021 is a great year for you, and I hope to see you on the channel. Speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.